and welcome back. My name is Mekki and you are watching a series where I take my G Wagon. Yes, you've heard right. I bought myself a small wheelbase or short wheelbase G Wagon in Cairo, and I embark on a journey of restoring it and bringing it back to full recovery and even better. Welcome back. Excuse the beard and the rough look. This car has been giving me nightmares. I haven't been able to sleep nor think properly, but we are finally here today. I finally managed to find a donor car with an engine, a transmission, and everything that I need to go into this and hopefully make it a more drivable, more usable, more manageable car. It's been breaking down way too many times that I care to remember, but we are finally here today. We've taken out a lot of bits and more bits are coming off, and yeah, it's just an exciting day. I'm happy to be here finally. It's costing quite a lot of money, but I just want to see this through, and I'm really excited. Now we are able to get things moving. So yeah, this is going to be a lengthy process, a lengthy video, and maybe I'll split it into different parts. But the first stage will be just unbolting everything, taking out the engine, getting the car ready to go into sort of primer and paint and stripping down everything. There's a lot to go through, and yeah, it's an exciting process. So this is a massive step. I really didn't think we were gonna get here this quick. It's literally taken them about an hour, maybe two at most, to get the engine out of the car and all the bits involved with it. Although there was maybe 3-4 people, as you saw, working on it. Yeah, so it feels great. The car is pretty much naked and a hell of a lot lighter, which is crazy. I love seeing the engine on its own. You just sort of appreciate what goes into making these cars move. Welcome back. Today is another day working on the G. Today happens to be the day after the night before, where we picked up the donor car. So there's a lot of things happening. It's quite exciting. It's very nerve-wracking as well, because we don't know if it's gonna fit. Yeah, so let me just walk you through what's been happening so far. Obviously, we've taken out the engine, the gearbox. We are in the workshop having some more work getting done. Now we're in the process of having the engine come out of the donor car. Currently sitting behind me is the M104 3.2 liter Mercedes engine that will hopefully go into the G Wagon. Also, these are all the cables, the controls, kilometers, absolutely kilometers of it that will hopefully make its way into the car. What I've learned on this job is that 70% of making this a successful transplant is electronics, 30% is mechanical. So the key is finding the right electrician, an automotive electrician that is well versed in all of this. Okay, so we are back with the car again. We have an update and a slight problem. It might be a big problem, but we're trying to keep optimistic. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so let me try and put the light on. Okay, so this might be a clearer image. So we've managed to fit or slot the 104 engine, the 3.2 liter engine, but where we are facing a problem is because of this is a very early it's an 84 model, but it comes with the early chassis, and it's quite problematic because it's sort of like a humpback. You can just make it out. It's sort of this piece over here. It's got a humpback shape to it, and it's not allowing us much room to play with. So it's very narrow. As the engine, as you can see, it's quite wide. So we're having a lot of problems with fitting it. It's hitting. This is the power steering box, I should say, down there, so it's hitting here as well, and it's causing a lot of problems. We are yet to see how we're gonna try and maybe alter the where the mountings sit, but yeah, things are gonna change. The battery, I don't think, is gonna be there anymore. It's gonna have to be routed into the car itself. So, but hopefully we'll be able to make it all fit. If not, I don't really know what we're going to be able to do. So we are hitting tomorrow another place where they're going to hopefully try and mount the engine mounts in a place where it will give us enough room to play with. So fingers crossed. Hello and welcome back. Another day, another vlog, and it's another G Wagon story. Let me quickly walk you around some of the changes that have taken place over the last couple of days. We have managed just to fit the engine. This is the M104 3.2 liter engine that we've been talking about. It's a slight fit. Let me just say one thing. Don't worry about how everything looks right now. This is not, of course, the final iteration. There's still a lot of the controls and ancillaries that need to go in. This is just a fit test to see how everything is going to fit and sit. There's a sort of a problem we have here. It's a very tight fit with the steering box, as you can just about see. It sits very close to the engine, so we're trying to see how it works. We're going to get sort of the mounts replaced because they're pretty much perished, so hopefully that will give us a slight lift. Yes, so we're trying to get everything sorted out before everything gets taken out again, before this needs to go to get its beauty treatment on. So we have just managed to get the interior all taken out, so let me take you through it. And yeah, it's pretty exciting to see in the state. Actually, I've been wanting to get it completely stripped out and naked, so we can just see what we need to do, and yeah, get a clean sheet of paper so we can do our work properly. And yeah, for the most part, everything looks thankfully good. There's not much rust to be talked about. Everything is nice and sturdy. Yeah, so everything is going to get changed. New carpets, headlining. I've just got in my sort of leather. This is not the color that's going to go in, but sort of the quality of the hide that's going to go in. All my leather is here in the next day or so, so I'm going to send everything to the trimmers. So yeah, so the only main area that's going to require work to get it rust proof and future proof is this area right here. As you can see, there's not much life in it, so that needs to be sorted out and done. And yeah, so a lot of interior changes. I'm also thinking of sort of fitting a different style, but a Mercedes, original Mercedes sort of dash here, center console. So yeah, I've been looking at other models, other sort of vintage models. I just find the one that comes with the G very bulky. I know it's original, but I'm going to be driving the car. I'm going to be sort of living every day with the car, so I want to be happy with the interior. I know a lot of people are going to say don't mess with how it looks and try and keep it as original as possible. It's hard when the state of it was so bad, so I just want to bring things back to life, but also use original parts. So this is everything that's come out of the car. The previous owner had fitted some, I think, home carpet of some sort, so very bad. The what do you call this? This is sort of the heat retention and things like that, or the stuff you use underneath the carpet to dissipate the heat and not bring it into the interior. I don't know. I mean, I'm not an expert in these things, but that doesn't look very good to me. So yeah, door cards and everything else. This is of course the back sofa, which we're gonna keep. This is the center console I'm talking about. This is the headliner. It's pretty massive, one piece, so that's gonna get retrimmed. Everything's gonna get changed. So yeah, so this is the exciting part of when things start to look slightly different. This is the seat that I had the car changed into. Let me just, this is heavy, so I won't move it just yet. But yeah, very nice, very comfortable, completely retrimmed, the new leather, repadded. But yeah, these are sort of half electric seats, so I'm pretty happy about that. And yeah, so for the most part, I'm pretty pleased with the way it's going. We just need the electrician, the automotive electrician, to start working on the car. He's been messing us around, so it's not been very pleasant. But 70%, like I said before, 70% of this job is to get the electrics right, because it's all about the controls of the car, because that's what makes the engine tick, and so does everything else. In the meantime, we're stripping the car. Once everything is sorted and we make sure everything is going to fit correctly, it's going to be sent off to the paint. So I'll be catching up with you guys very soon, and yeah, we're gonna keep this vlog going until we get some more progress. So I'll see you very shortly. as you can see, it's in a bit of a state. That's it's all for a reason. It's been completely stripped down. Let me just walk you through some of the changes. Everything's been completely stripped down to bare metal. A lot of work has gone into getting this in top shape condition. As you can see, obviously the engine is out. There's a lot of work required to get it back into shape. I did not expect this amount of work, but I knew, or at least I had a feeling once we got started. There we go. I knew that once we got started, it had to be finished. It had to be done properly. So I love actually seeing it at this sort of stage. Very smooth and very soft. Everything been sorted out. We had a lot of rust here underneath everything. Oh, brand new now. Very good. These are the doors off of the car. All primed, ready. They'll be sanded off again, wet sanded, and put another layer on them before being finally sprayed. So yeah. Hello and welcome back. Another day. Some exciting news, at least for me, because we are inside a cabin, a spraying cabin. So this is great because we are tantalizingly close to getting this car looking super. I can't wait to share with you what the final color is gonna be like. I'm so excited. I'll keep it a surprise for now. However, we have some big parts here. The rear door, the front doors, and getting primed, buffed, and ready for the first coat of paint. Such an exciting stage. As you can see, there are two different layers of paint that was originally on the car. In fact, it turns out there was a third layer of paint, which was sort of an army beige. So yeah, I picked it up in black. The previous owner had just sort of wishy-washy painted it. Previous to that, it was red, and then it turned out that it was beige underneath all of that. So everything being sanded down, primed and ready. As you can see here, the bonnet as well, looking super in its first coat of prime. Kind of glistens as well. So really, really glad with the way it's looking. All the dents and everything being sorted out. So I'm excited for this because it means that in a few days I'll be able to pick up the car and start, well, the grueling task of putting everything back together from mechanics, electronics, which, well, it's kind of scary, but again, very exciting before finally coming back here for its final paint, well, final coat of paint, which will make hopefully this car shine and get back on the road in its best possible condition. Car is finally getting to the stage where it's going to the workshop to be painted. I cannot tell you how excited I am. We've picked out the color, we've got our paint ready, the car is prepped, stripped and primed, as you can see, and finally going to the cabin to get sprayed. I'm really excited. I'll be filming the process, so stay tuned and keep watching.